There's something about stories. I just have to know what happens, who is involved, and how it all ends. It all began when I begged my dad to read me Winnie the Pooh every night by the time I was 2. He tells me he often fell asleep mid-sentence while reading it to me because he'd read it so many times. Then we read Corduroy, Berenstain Bears, and of course Dr. Seuss. I always thought Dr. Seuss was a little weird, though. Who eats green eggs and ham? I certainly didn't. Eventually I graduated to the big girl books, the ones without pictures. When a book fair visited my school while I was in 2nd grade, I bought Number the Stars, an all-time favorite. A young girl bravely helping her friend escape the clutches of Nazi Germany? Heck yeah! Because my elementary school was so small, we didn't actually have a library. We had the bookmobile. The bookmobile was a wondrous place full of all the books I wanted to read, and all for free. Unless you didn't return the books on time, and I never did. So I always had fines. By the time I was in 3rd grade, I was already in debt. Mainly because I never returned the books. I was a little book thief. Eventually, though, I couldn't check out any more books from the bookmobile because the bookmobile librarian sturdily told me that I had to return all the other books first, which I didn't. Despite my library woes and thieving ways, I managed to earn more pizzas than I could possibly eat with the Pizza Hut program. I gobbled up the Boxcar Children series, the Babysitter's Club, and then I discovered the Hardy Boys. No Nancy Drew for me. Give me them Hardy Boys. By 5th grade, I attempted to read Jane Eyre, but found that the section on her long depression a little too much. I discovered Little House on the Prairie and Anne of Green Gables, though I preferred Anne of Green Gables in movie form. Marathon sessions with my best friend found us pretending that she was Anne and I was Diane, because, of course, I was the sensible one. Then in 7th grade, my English teacher assigned And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. There was no going back after that. I became an official Agatha Christie junkie. The Boxcar Children had nothing on her. Give me murder and shocking twists and quest for justice. The end of the murder of Roger Ackroyd shocked me so thoroughly I couldn't stop thinking about it for weeks. Because I hated math and science and refused to do any homework for those classes, I generally kept up with all the reading in my high school English classes. We read Beowulf, Canterbury Tales, Romeo and Juliet, The Tale of Two Cities, The Telltale Heart, to name a few. While I enjoyed what I read in high school, I still did not dwell too long on the beauty of language or anything like that. Being a high schooler, I had too many other things to occupy my time, like acting in plays, singing in choirs, playing in my band, and of course hanging out with my friends. After graduating high school and completing 2 years of community college, I still hadn't figured out what I really wanted to study. Not the most studious student, I'd always done enough to get by with the A-B average, but now I had to make a decision on what I wanted to do in life, and making that decision freaked me out. I thought I might major in Spanish and go for the whole multicultural experience. I'd enjoyed studying it in high school, so why not? But then I thought, what have I really enjoyed studying? Literature, of course. Why didn't I think of that before? Thus I entered into Virginia Tech's English program, eager to delve deeper into the depths of British literature, discover the grim tales in children's literature, and to sink into the nihilistic abyss of postmodernist literature. I read and I wrote and I read and I wrote and I read and I wrote. And then I graduated. What can you do with an English degree? Everyone assumed I would teach, because that's what English majors do, apparently. They teach. But not me. No way. As the daughter of a middle school teacher, I knew the amount of work it would take to be a successful teacher. Heck no. But then I was asked to teach part-time at my old high school for a year, and soon I realized that I completely messed up my career plan because I loved it. I thought it'd be more likely for me to be a rock star than a teacher. Who knew? So here I am, enrolled in Radford University's master's program for English and ready to take on the academic world, and it all started with a story.